Ah, my friend, I'm so glad you're here. I've been waiting for you. I know this journey you're on can feel overwhelming, so I wanted to share something with you. A thought that might just change everything. What if this whole struggle with the N2 or N1 exam, what if it's not actually about how good your Japanese is?
I wonder if this feels familiar. That really frustrating feeling, right? You know you've gotten to a point where you have to study to pass, but you find yourself in a situation where you just can't. If this is you, I want you to know you're not alone. It's a completely understandable place to be. You see, when you get to the N2 and N1 levels, the entire game changes. It's not like before. Just showing up to class isn't going to cut it anymore. This part of the quest, well, it demands your own time. Time for memorizing, for practicing, for going over your mistakes until they stick. It's all about making the language truly yours. And this, right here, is where a huge misunderstanding usually pops up. So many people start to think, oh, the problem is me. My skill just isn't there. And they start to blame themselves. But what if I told you that's not the real problem at all? Okay, this is so important to understand. You might be telling yourself the story that your Japanese isn't good enough, but the real issue, the thing that's actually holding you back, could be that your life right now just doesn't have space for that kind of intense, dedicated study. See how that shifts things? It's not a problem of your ability anymore, it's a problem of your environment.
That's a pretty bold thing to say, isn't it? I know it sounds completely backward, but if the only thing stopping you is that feeling of, I'm just not ready yet, then I really want you to think about this. In a funny way, not having enough skill is actually the best reason you could have to take the test.
So, if you're in a place where you can push forward, even a little, I say go for it, even if you feel totally unprepared. Taking the test is an amazing learning tool. It gives you a perfect map of where you are right now, shines a huge spotlight on your weak spots, and gives you real experience under pressure. And hey, who knows, you might even get lucky and pass. It's a way to keep moving, to keep fighting.
But let's talk about the other side of this. What if you just aren't in a position to push forward? What if the problem is much deeper than just not feeling confident? Let's talk about that, because this is where the real heartache is. This is real life for so many of us. You're not just a student in a castle tower. You have a job to go to, a life to live, other people who count on you. You're tired. There's just no time. And it is so incredibly important that you hear this. Being unable to study because of these things is not a failure. It's just being human.
And here's the true source of all the pain. It's not the lack of study time itself, it's the guilt that comes with it. It's being stuck in this awful state of pretending to your friends, your family, and worst of all, pretending to yourself that you're still trying, when deep down you know you just don't have the energy or time. That conflict, that's what hurts the most. So how do we find a way out of this painful trap? Well, we have to change the way we look at these exams. We have to understand what they are truly testing. And trust me, it might not be what you think. This is the secret. The N2 and N1, they're not just testing how much difficult Japanese you know. They're testing something else. They're testing your endurance, your self-discipline. They're testing your ability to be your own teacher and keep going day after day. It's a test of a very specific, very demanding lifestyle. So I want you to just pause with me for a moment, take a nice deep breath, and ask yourself this question. Be completely honest and don't judge the answer. Just listen to what your heart tells you. It's the only answer that matters.
Now, based on that honest answer, there are two honorable paths forward. You don't have to stay lost in this painful place in the middle. It's time to choose your road. If you found that you can study, then keep going. Take the test. It really is the fastest way to get where you want to go. But if your honest answer was that you just can't sustain this level of studying right now, then the bravest, most noble thing you can do is to give yourself permission to stop. Just for a moment, to rest. Both of these are good and valid choices. Because the real danger, the real trap, is living in that murky gray area in between. That state of not knowing if you're taking a strategic rest or just running away out of fear. You have to make a conscious choice. If you decide to rest, then truly rest without any guilt. And if you decide to fight, then fight with all your heart. Let this be your guiding star. This is the whole thing in a nutshell. Your ability was never the real question here. Your capacity, your current situation, that's what matters. You have to acknowledge your reality and honor it by making a clear decision.
So which will it be, my friend? The path of the warrior, pushing forward into the fray? Or the path of the wise traveler, pausing to rest and gather strength for the road ahead? Whatever you decide, know that it is the right choice for you, right now. Trust yourself. I believe in you.